और भाई कैसे हो? लेट हो गया यार आज तो चलिए सॉल्व करते हैं टुडेस लीड कोड क्वेश्चन दैट इज 3517 what we have done smallest palindromic rearrangement 1. Okay, so we have given palindromic string s, ठीक है, and return the lexicographically smallest palindromic permutation of s. Okay, so what we have given, right? So we have given s is a palindrome. Okay, right, and we have to return lexicographically, right? Smallest palindrome. Constraints is right, 1 if 5, and this right, smallest is always possible, right? Okay, now tell me what you are going to do. Let's take one example. Example is right, b a b a b. Now smallest string will be right, a b b a b, right? This one, right? How to get it? The question is how to get it. So what you will do? So right, in the question we have given, right, it's a palindrome, right? Then we can always prepare the lexicographically smallest palindrome, but how we will do? So now let me ask, just think about it. See, if you have a like bucket of characters, right? You have a bucket, and this you have B, A, B, B, right? You have this thing, right? That you have a bucket, say, and you have to prepare a palindromic string. So, and that is smallest. So how you are going to do? See, what will be you pick first out of these, right? Tell me. So obviously we'll pick the A, and what will be in the end? A, right? So you pick A, you pick A, A, A. Then next is what? Right, next is you pick B because B is smallest. B, so you pick one B, B. So whatever's the left odd count, you will add that in the A. So this is your answer, right? Now just take a case, right? Let's say you're given, right, some string X, X, Y, Y, A, 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 and B on Y. So you're given this, right? And you need to find the lexicographically smallest, right? So again, think like this: you have a bucket. Now your bucket is a X, right? 3 times x, sorry, 2 times x, your bucket is y, 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 your bucket is 4 times a, right? So if you have to prepare a string, what you are going to do? See, see, out of this bucket, what will you pick first? A. Now you need two occurrence of a, right? Because one comes at start, one comes back. Now again you check. Again, what is the smallest, right? A. So again you pick A. Okay. Now let's say you maintain pointers, right? This is a start, this is a end. So now you update start, right? So your start waits here, end waits here. Okay. Now among x and y, what will you pick, right? X. You pick x, you pick x. Now your pointers are here, right? Okay. Now among y, what will you pick? Y. So you'll pick y. So you'll pick y. What is left? Y. So you'll add one y here. This is answer. Now just think a little bit about this. If this question is changed a little bit, right? You have 3 times x, and your y, and your a. So what will happen in this case, right? You do one a, then you do one x, you do one x. Now see, there is only one occurrence of x left, right? Only one. So where this will come? Middle. So this should come on middle. So we'll put this x here, right? Then you do y. Y. Is this your answer? Yes. So the question is simple, right? What do we need? First, what we need? We need, right, this frequency of each character, right? And we need this shorted. We need this, right, shorted. And since it's sorted, does not just it's really a thing, right? It's basically, right, the simple like counting short, right? That is, so you have a, right, you said you have an array of size 26, right? So this denotes a b c till z, and you have this count of a, right? How many times this a has appeared, right? 4 times b, 0 times 0 times, right? Similarly your x, your y, your z. So right, how many times this x has appears, right? 2 times. Y has appeared 3 times. This has appeared this time. So this is the second. Second thing is what you will do. You will loop over, right? So you will loop over frequencies, right? And will greedily prepare our string. Okay, so what you are going to do? So right, you will do right for right I equals to 0 till what, right? Till 26. What you will do, right? You will check, right, while frequency of my current, right, it's greater than, what you say, greater than equals to 2, right? See, why greater than equals to 2? Because in one occurrence, right, we remove two characters from it, right? We remove A and A, one at the start, one at the end. Okay. So if it's greater than equals to 2, what you are gonna do, right? Whatever the string you are preparing, right? String of I equals to, you are going to put, right, this I plus A, and whatever is the end, right? So start, let's say start, and whatever your end, right? The same character. And what you are going to do, right? We remove this frequency of I, right? We remove both of these characters and say if this, after this loop, if this frequency of I equals to 1, what does this mean? It means the odd character, right? Odd character count means, right, the one character that will come in the middle. So we'll simply do, right, str of n by 2 equals to what? I plus A. This is your answer. You return your string. So what is the time complexity of this one? To prepare this take over O of 26, right? Now how much this loop takes, right? This takes, sorry, this takes O of n, right? How much this takes? This also takes, right, O of 20 cross, right? This one. How many times this loop will in total? So this, it will, right, it does, let's say it maximum runtime, some maximum of, right, some frequency of I, but in total, what's this count is O of n only, right? This, can I say this summation of, right, frequency of I equals to n only, right? So in total, it will run of n times only. So space complexity is what? Of 26. So this is your answer. So just think like greedily. If you have a bucket, right? If you have a bucket full of like bunch of characters, how you are going to put them in a string, right? That's basically, we pick the smallest one, then we keep arranging them. So it's a simple question. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, so let's quickly see the code part, right? We initially need what? When we need the frequency, right? Initially, let's say frequency equals to new int, right? Size 26, right? Then what? We need to update the frequency, right? I less than s, let's say plus plus, and what frequency of what, right? S dot caret I, right, minus what? A, and we updated its frequency. We need this and, right, and n equals to what? S dot length, right? Then what do we need? We need one character array, right, to store this, right? Character array, right? Str equals to new character array size is n, start equals to 0, and equals to what? N minus 1. What do we do, right? We have to run the slope, right, till 26, right? Because for each character we are going to put them greedily. Say what do we do, while frequency of I greater than equals to 2. Okay, so what do we do, right? We put, right, str of what? Tell me str of what? Str of start, right, equals to what? So let me do this thing, right? Char c equals to what? Char I plus A, right? Right, correct. Okay, so this is C. Str of and equals to what? C. Increase our counter, right? So this, right, if we add plus plus after, that is post increment, right? Otherwise it's increment before. So remember this thing, this is important. Or you can do at the end, right? St plus plus plus, that's fine, right? So you will check here, right, if frequency, right, frequency of my character I, if it's equals to I, that means where we are going to add this one, right, at the middle, right? N by 2, right? N by 2 equals to what? C. And finally we return, right, string dot value of what? Str. Correct, right? Seems so. Let's run it. Mm, okay, right. We haven't updated the frequency counter, right? Here, right? F of I, right? Minus equals to 2 we have to do. And s dot length system. So we have to update the frequency as well, right? Okay. So this is F. Okay. Yeah. So see, the time complexity is only here. So this things, right?